Dearest everybody, dear Maestro Slatkin, dear Hiroshima Symphony Orchestra, all the members, all the players, um, dear audience, and dear friends, and anyone who is listening. I'm really very honored and moved to be able to speak today on the day of your performance of Mahler 6 in Hiroshima. And I think that I have been to Hiroshima. It is a place which, going to Japan, I could not visit. It affects all of us. And I have been 3 times to Japan and felt incredibly at home there. And I was there for 2 times, every 3 years, the Mahler Festival in Tsuyama, wonderful place. And I was once in Tokyo for Toru Takemitsu's Music Today, which was extraordinary and filled with memories. So I think that at a moment when people are talking again about the unthinkable, as if it could happen again, as if it were a possibility, when you as a city have experienced this unthinkable event, resounding still today, not only with you but in the whole world, it's time to reanimate the world's imagination around this subject, around all the things that make us human, as we would like to be, around community, friendship, beauty, all the arts, the meaning of life, and looking to the future, to reawaken a dialogue around where is humanity going, where are we going, how do we want to do this, and how can we best survive our unbelievable self-destructive tendencies. What better way to awaken this thought, this dialogue, this feeling, than with a powerful work of art? And what better place than Hiroshima, really, which touches us all. So Mahler's Sixth Symphony, said to be the tragic symphony, but which for me has so much of the world beyond in it and the afterlife. Music calms the savage breast. I've heard this said very often, and savage indeed to contemplate a repeat of what was a crime against humanity. How now can music and the arts, all the arts, must more than ever reach out to touch the hearts of all so that we can resist a retrograde movement our world over into chaos and violence and extreme behavior. A dialogue again about words which are so used. What do they mean now? Democracy, freedom. We have to resist and overcome the past mistakes. One people conquering, subjugating another people. Our past history made of this, and we have to rethink what does it mean to live together on this planet in harmony and with climate justice. Hiroshima is known and lived in all the world, scene of man's inhumanity to man. It is a symbol of what must not happen. It's a reminder, a deep human reminder to all of us. It also speaks of courage and rebuilding after catastrophe. And Mahler's Sixth Symphony seems to me to express all of this and more. It is a fitting symphony to play at this time, and I also feel very close to it personally. I would like to read some very beautiful and relevant text taken quite at random, with his permission for this occasion, from the author David Vernon, who is just bringing out a wonderful book on Mahler called Beauty and Sadness, Mahler's 11 Symphonies. So I read from his text. The sixth, its conception and design, the most superficially classical of Mahler's 11 symphonies, is about the universal nature of suffering existence across all times and peoples. From a larger viewpoint, the Sixth Symphony can be said, like so much of Mahler's music, to anticipate much more simply than the three personal blows that come into the composer's life so soon after its creation. It is envisaging the wider cultural, political, and historical catastrophes that the 20th century would almost make a fetish, foreseeing the trenches and the concentration camps, the gulag and the atom bomb, the killing fields and broken Balkans. If there is something tragic about the way the Sixth, despite all its striving, sooner or later surrenders to desolation, succumbs to its internal pain, there is also something immensely optimistic about the determination with which it resists so long. And that ultimate catastrophe is not a moral failure, but only the ageless universal tragedy of the human condition, something we must all face individually, measuring our own sense of what is tragic against the course of our own experiences and values. Whatever its final outcome, the Sixth is an essay in hope, a symphony of survival. And I just want to finish with a quote from Elias Canetti, which has always moved me, given me great strength and energy. Everything one records contains a grain of hope, no matter how deeply it may come from despair. So it is the human dilemma and the task, really, to record everything. And some things are recorded in such beauty that they hold all the rest, all the catastrophe, all the pain, they hold it up, and we can go forward on that beauty into the future, which is what we have to do. I'm sending love to everybody, and happy, grateful that I could have spoken a few words about these things which mean so much to me, and I think now to everybody, we're all concerned. I wish you a wonderful performance. I wish I were there. And a warm hug to absolutely everybody. Thank you.